Welcome to A Live with Al, a show about stuff on the internet, because there's not enough of that. Now, here's your host, Al, Alexandria Morgan, who sometimes goes by Al.
Hello and welcome to A Live. I'm Al, or Alexandria Morgan, as it says on my driver's license. Welcome to my show. We are coming at you, not so live, from my apartment I covered with a bed sheet to hide my dirty dishes in New York City, New York. And yes, I am wearing a wig to cover my dirty hair because I am almost out of dry shampoo, and a trip to the Walgreens gives me horrible anxiety because I am a hypochondriac, which is a dangerous thing to be during a pandemic. I thought I'd just create a little show because I have literally nothing to do besides organizing my closet, making music, doing things that are actually productive. But here we are, I'm in a blazer and a wig. Today it doesn't matter. Everything's the same now. For our first segment today on A Live with Al, we are going to do comparison in quarantine and how it's affecting you. If you're like me, you probably spend a lot of time during this quarantine scrolling through Instagram or TikTok, which at first I thought TikTok was better than Instagram, but it turns out it's just even younger, richer white kids. And you can find yourself getting caught up in comparison. But it's okay, you don't have to use this time in quarantine to do what others are doing. You don't have to be doing yoga every day at sunrise in an aesthetically pleasing apartment, because for the reality of most people, that's not reality. And the romanticization of productivity in this quarantine time, or even the romanticizing of quarantine in general, is definitely a class-based thing. For most people, this is a struggle. And, you know, it's okay if you feel drained and lonely, and even though you feel lonely, you don't feel like FaceTiming people because you just don't have the energy, and maybe it makes you sad because it's not the same as in-person connections. It's okay if you're not on happy hour, Zoom, or whatever, and it's okay if you're spending hours trying to make something like an art project or work on schoolwork and you just don't have the motivation. Even though you have the time to do it, doesn't mean that it's going to happen, because you can't force creativity. We are in a literal pandemic, so just by surviving this, you're thriving. It doesn't have to be this renaissance period in your life. It's okay if you're not making banana bread because you don't really like it that much, but everyone else is making it and you feel pressure to make it. Who am I kidding? Everyone likes banana bread, but maybe you're just not a good cook. And that's all right. It's okay just to feel sad. And I'm not saying wallow in it. Just give yourself a break, you know? And now I'm going to hand it over to our field reporter, Drea, for a look at today's astrology update for cats. Thank you so much, Al, for the introduction. We're going to give you an update on today's astrology cat, which is the Taurus cat, as we're in the season of Taurus. So what do we got here? Ruling planet Venus. Cat idol is the lynx. Good to know. They like sleeping in the bed with the owner. They have a distinctive meow, and they like to pace. And the pet peeve is yelling in the house and dirty laundry. And that's all we got for the Taurus cat today, but I'll be back with you if there's any more updates. Thank you. Drea for Live with Al. In other news and updates, we have breaking reports that the so-called F-boys of the world are struggling with this pandemic. In the age of social media, F-boys have always gotten by using their not-so-great words and then charming you in person. Now, only faced with text messages and no prospects of a real date as social distancing is in place, people are starting to see all around the world how little depth they have. Parks and Recreation is set to debut next week a live reunion episode featuring the citizens of Pawnee, Leslie Knope, and how they react to the pandemic. I'm gratefully awaiting this because I love Parks and Rec, and also because I think Leslie Knope would actually have a plan, unlike current leaders in place. Except for you, Cuomo. You're my bae. The NFL draft was this week. That's all I wrote on the note card because I didn't watch it. Counties and states across the nation have implemented new mask-wearing regulations and rules, stating that if you're in public and social distancing is not possible, you must be wearing a face mask. This is great news for anybody like me who suffers from dry skin around your mouth and, you know, the occasional wine teeth, because now you only have to worry about the eyes. Literally. Makeup job cut in half. I see this as a win-win, not only for the health and safety of Americans, but also for our beauty routines. A picture from the paparazzi circulated of Kylie Jenner without makeup, shocking hundreds of millions of men who thought the no makeup look was actually no makeup. And finally, to conclude this thrilling update of news from around the world, my cat puked today because he ate his breakfast too fast. Now, for embarrassing stories from my childhood. A lighthearted segment to make you feel better about your life and your life choices. When I was 17 and my period was 2 months late, I googled, will the Antichrist be birthed from a virgin? When I was going through puberty, I was super ashamed of my body and didn't know what was going on. I didn't even know pubic hair was something to be shameful of until someone pointed it out in the girls' locker room in 7th grade. I had no idea where my mom kept razors to shave. I knew that she didn't really shave that often, so I had no idea what to do about it. So I took out of my little pencil box my children's scissors, and I trimmed the bushes with my children's scissors. I was so paranoid thinking my mom would somehow find out that instead of throwing it in the garbage, because I thought she might see it, I took it to our dog room where there was a rug with a little dog hair. And I hope that my mom vacuumed that week is all I can say. That's one of the most disgusting things I've ever done. And now a look at this quarantine's fashion trends. I think it's time for a montage scene. And now, here's a live update of my beauty products. This isn't sponsored, by the way. I ordered a new Clinique foundation. I use the Even Better. And it came with a free gift, and it came with this cute little watermelon bag. Obviously, this stuff doesn't fit on it. I just wanted that for the cute aesthetic reasons of this little segment. But I will start with what was in the free gift for the Clinique. And it's actually been something I've been really liking a lot, and I'm definitely going to get it after I'm out of this. It's a Moisture Surge overnight mask, and I like it because it doesn't feel heavy like a lot of overnight masks I feel tend to. It just feels really just like a second layer of moisturizer. I put it on after I've done my whole skincare routine, sleep on it, wake up feeling like a oily donut, which I like because right now being inside with so much circulated air, my skin is prone to a lot of dryness. Dry shampoo, as I said, I'm almost out of, but this has been my brand that I've been loving. A lot of hairdressers actually use it at work, so I've been using it for years on set, but this is like my first time like buying it for myself, and I highly recommend. It's a little bit pricey, but trust me, I have tried pretty much every dry shampoo in the book, I think. What I love about it is it doesn't have that dry shampoo feel. You know, that super like starchy, like, oh, my hair feels like a wig feeling? Yeah, it doesn't feel like that, so it's really great. I've got my Dr. Jart's Peptide Serum. I've been trying to incorporate more serums into my skincare routine because I have time now to just mess with skincare all the time. And this was something that came in a Sephora like points thing because I have a Sephora problem, so I always use the points. And I liked it a lot, so I got it again. I highly recommend that if you are a Sephora Points members person. Wait to invest your points in skincare stuff. And next, I have a Retinol Anti-Aging Moisturizing Hand Cream because I'm washing my hands so much, especially now with everything going on. I found it's really drying out my hands, and hands are one of the first places that you age, which is obviously something I should be worrying about now during a pandemic, but you know, society's standards. No, but for real, I hate the feeling of having like itchy, dry hands and want to keep them looking soft and moisturized, even though I'm not a hand model. Fun fact, I did have a nail campaign once where it was my face, but it was another person's hand for the actual nail polish. And they hired a hand model because I have the hands of like a 12-year-old boy. And she had really long, beautiful feminine fingers. And so the whole shoot was me like posing and then her just like behind me, elegantly posing her hand. Now for our cooking segment. I'm gonna need an orange because I feel like having a snack and I don't feel like cooking because I covered my entire kitchen with this bed sheet that's gonna be a hassle and a half to take down. This is something that has been good about this pandemic is I used to be so impatient. I did not have the patience for oranges. I was like, nope, I'll have an apple, something I don't have to put work in to eat. If I want a fruit snack, Oranges are messy, don't got time for that. But now, learn to appreciate the slow enjoyment of an orange peel. There's no rules anymore, man. Although, I may have done that for shock value of the camera and I'm realizing how gross that is, but choices were made, gotta stick by 'em. And now, for a song. Oh, apple eye, you call for this Uber. The dark of the night just for me to come over. To stare at a screen in your dirty, unwashed covers. 44 seconds and then the final act is over. Hold your applause for this performance. Millennium man, you don't have a plan. I fill up your needs, you just fill up my head. No need to try when you're always satisfied by the fast times wasted in your bed. Lazy lovers, these millennial men. Guess they never found the map to a woman's wonderland. Lazy lovers, these millennial men. Guess they never found the map to a woman's wonderland. Oh, apple eye, you paid for this dinner. You spent the whole night, I was fixed on the corner. To stare at a screen of a game you're not controlling. If only you had the passion for me that you do for a scoreboard. As you applaud for its performance, Millennium man, you don't have a plan. I fill up your needs, you just fill up my head. No need to try when you're always satisfied by the fast times wasted in your bed. Lazy lovers, these millennial men. Guess they never found the map to a woman's wonderland. Lazy lovers, these millennial men. Guess they never found the map to a woman's wonderland. I guess you don't always get what you get. Boy, is this what you get? The notches on your bed don't count if you did nothing for her. I was down to but I only got over. Take a bow for this performance. Millennium man, you don't have a plan, no. I fill up your needs, you just fill up my head. No need to try when you're always satisfied by the fast times wasted in your bed. Lazy lovers, these millennial men. Guess they never found the map to a woman's wonderland. Lazy lovers, these millennial men. Guess they never found the map to a woman's wonderland. That's a new song coming out whenever I figure out how to use Logic Pro fully. But yeah. I don't even know if those are the right notes on the guitar because I made it on a keyboard. Not a keyboard, like my computer. But it kind of sounds like closed notes. I don't know how to play the ear on the piano, so. Well, my friends, it looks like we have reached the end of our program here today. I hope you enjoyed me on my debut episode of A Live with Al. And yes, I probably should be making more quality content. I don't know what this is going to look like when I string it all together, if this was a total waste of time and the wig was for nothing. But, you know, I think it's important in these trying times, as a Toyota commercial would call them, to be creative in silly ways, to play dress up, to have fun, to make content that's not perfectly polished, and stuff that's just fun and silly. And you know what? I had fun making this. And yes, I should do a proper YouTube video where I sit down and I'm not in a wig and in a character half the time. But sometimes it's fun to be someone who's not yourself. And I don't mean that in like a, oh, I don't like myself type of way. I mean, in this really hard time, sometimes it's fun to just act like a kid again. So let me know in the comments if you guys like this and what other segments you'd look forward to on future episodes of A Live with Al. Definitely follow me on Instagram and DM me other things you'd maybe want to see. Maybe like we'll do like a confessions, I don't know. There's really so many opportunities and ways we can take this little talk show. And plus, I was thinking of doing some actual live episodes on Instagram Live. And all you cool cats and kittens can follow me on TikTok to see me try and recreate dance moves with a body that dances like one of those blow-up things in a used car lot. I'm gonna go lay on the floor and ponder my life choices before taking down this entire elaborate set. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay groovy, my friends. I'll catch you on the flip side.